Hello everyone, so today we have new video review and this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. This kit comes in 1/16 scale and as you can see it continues a series of the large figurines from quite famous movie series. As you can see, this one is called as a Game Square, so here we have a kit number 16-10 and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review. This is the final shape of this model and nothing will change in your case as well. So first of all, we have, I would say, quite self-explanatory box art. So this guy can be copied with help of today's kit, and box size is typical for such a release from ICM. Here is comparison with my hand. Inside we have 23 parts. It's written here. Of course, assembly of one figure, and I hope that the figure stand is also included. Here on the sides we do not have anything, maybe another picture of this guy, and that's pretty much all. And the whole box is sealed with the tape, so now it's just a matter of cutting through and we will check everything together. Just give me a second. Overall, as far as you can see from the previous releases, these kits were quite nice and they will be definitely interesting in case you saw the original Squid Game series. I guess there is no need to explain where this guy comes from because these were actually the cards, and ICM decided to release all of them. So we reviewed already, I think, 2 figures from this series. Now we have the third one, and I guess if you combine them together, that might be an interesting choice. And who knows, maybe we will see also the main hero releases or main characters releases in the same scale. Then it might be an interesting diorama project to copy some movie scene. So I just cut the whole box. Let's open it. So even though it's not that big, we still have the I would say typical packaging style for ICM, and inside this white box underneath the cover printed, here we have the plastic parts packed into one bag, and also we have, I guess, decal here. So we will check everything one by one. Just give me a second. But straight away I can say that we have the figure stand included out of the box, which is really good. And now let's open it. Okay, so what do we have here? First of all, we have mask. So yes, this figure actually features the separate mask part, and we also have the face pre-molded. You'll see it a bit further in the video review, but this mask looks good. So as you can see, we have also plain surface inside. There are no connection points whatsoever, so be careful while joining everything together. Next, we continue with the gun pouch. So here, as far as you can see, our gun holster actually. So here we have the version with empty or let's say with a gun. So it will be up to you which one you choose. As you can see, the empty one should be assembled out of 2 holes with the guiding pins inside. So it should be easy to combine the small parts together. Here, by the way, you can notice the size in comparison with my fingertips. Next, we continue with the hands. And now I start to wonder how we will replace these hands if in case we choose the version without the pistol. I guess there is no such option, but then why there is a second pistol? That's quite interesting. Well, here you can see them all. Note that there are no guiding pins. If I flip it over here on this part, there is also like plenty of the plain surface and no guiding pins whatsoever. So this is definitely not something where you can hurry and glue everything together, because for smooth features you will have to be careful and of course align everything perfectly. But note that the sculpting on this figure looks really great. I like the external features here, so it's just a matter of bringing them out with a careful painting. And again, if I flip over this torso, inside, as you can see, there are no guiding pins whatsoever, and maybe even on the sides you have to sand it a bit, maybe even use the putty in order to have it in a smooth condition, let's say. Now we are moving to slightly bigger plastic sprue. So here I will have to zoom out a bit so that you can see the whole sprue. And you can notice that legs are molded as a single piece parts. We also have here one piece head. Note that this is exactly what I was saying. We have some facial features promoted, even though they will not be visible under the mask, but still they are here. And again, if I flip it over, inside here for the legs, suddenly we have the guiding elements. This is quite interesting. Note that these knee pads are actually, these are pouches, but okay, they are placed in this special squares, so again they have some guiding or alignment elements, which is really handy. And the sculpting quality again looks good, so all these wrinkles are quite convincing in my opinion. And the only thing where I recommend to play with pre-shading on these parts so that these wrinkles will not be lost under a layer of paint. Next we continue with the figure stand. So it is good to see this bonus included into every big scale release from ICM, because it might be handy for displaying purposes. And now I'm opening the another part for the figure stand, so just give me a second. Here it is. So the main idea is that you have this one piece part. It's let's say body of this figurine stand, but note that we do not have top cover and we do not have the bottom cover because they're molded here. And you can choose actually out of 4 surfaces. You can even pick the plain one and replicate your own surface. You're free to paint in whatever color you would prefer all these parts. So that's a really useful thing in order to properly, let's say, display your figure and not to search for any additional figurine stand for some extra money. Next we have another plastic bag. As I was saying in the beginning, there is also a separate decal sheet, so just give me a second. Of course there is no mention where it was printed, and the decal itself is quite funny because it is just one symbol, this square, which will have to be placed on the black mask. So as you can see, it's quite simple. Maybe some modelers will try to replicate it with the brush, but it's up to you. Maybe you would prefer such approach, maybe you would be fine with a standard decal. Next we continue with the assembly manual brochure. So here we have a parts map, also some safety advices and address of the manufacturer. And here you can see the marking guide, which is quite simple because, as you remember, this guy had a one color suit, and the only thing is that all accessories are in black color, so that's pretty much all. And if you are, let's say, a huge fan of all this stuff, then you have the poster included. So that's also a traditional feature for 1/16 scale from ICM, and it also can be used as a marking guide, but I guess you can put it into the frame and put it somewhere on your wall. So the whole kit should be already available. As you can see, it looks as good as the previous releases, and of course you can get it on any good model shop, for example on ModelMX webshop. Of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.